All right, let's get to it. So we've got our level meter circuit here. I tried to make it as neat as possible. So let's get to our code. So the sensor pin should be on A0. Let's see if that's right. Sensor pin here goes right down over here to A0. Bingo. We're on point so far. Constant float baseline temp is 16 degrees Celsius. So float means that it's a decimal value. So as you can see there, decimal value. Baseline temperature means it's going to start off at 16 degrees Celsius. That's where its base is going to be. So the void setup. Serial begin means that it's going to open a serial port between the computer and the Arduino board so that it can send information to the computer from the Arduino board from the sensor pin. Serial begin 9600. This means that it's sending information to my computer at a baud rate of 9600. And for integer, pin number 2 all the way up to 4. So number 2, 3, and 4, these are going to be outputs. They're going to be low. So as you can see, all of these are LEDs, which means they're outputs, and they're all low right now, doing well. Sensor val. This means the sensor val stores reading from the sensor, so from the sensor pin, and the analog read sensor pin in parentheses means that while analog read, means it is taking the voltage of the sensor pin. So this right here is taking the voltage of the sensor pin. So here is serial print, which means that it's taking this information, sends info from the Arduino to computer. So it's taking the information and sending it to the computer. Float voltage, this means that the voltage is in decimal points. Whenever you see float, it means that it's a decimal. Right here it is doing a conversion from a DC reading to voltage. And this right here is more information that is being sent to the computer. Float temperature, this is another decimal value. So this right here is converting from voltage to temperature. So that's what this little equation is right here. Then there's this. If the temperature is below the baseline temp, or if the temperature is not 2 degrees above the baseline temp, then output 2, 3, and 4 should all be low. Let's see if that's true. Because I'm not touching the sensor pin right now, that is true, and none of these are on right now. So far we're doing good. Let's scroll down a little bit further. Else, if temperature is above the baseline temperature by 2, then output 2 should be on, and the other outputs should be off. Let's see. It won't take long for this thing to heat up to that amount, so this should be quick. There it is, boom. So the sensor pin warmed up to 2 degrees above its baseline temperature, which means this one comes on. And there we go, just like that, it came on. Now another 2 degrees above, so 4 degrees above the baseline temperature, output 2 and 3 should be on, and output 4 should be off. Let's see if I can get it up to that point. So right now it's above 2 degrees, and there it is. It's above 4 degrees, just like that. So there we go on that one. Else if temperature is 6 degrees above the baseline temperature, all of them should be on. So let's see if I can do that. So it's still 2 degrees above the baseline temperature. It should heat up rather quickly. If I hold it like this, my hands are super hot right now. Taking this video a couple of times. Come on. Do it. There it is. This means that it is above a baseline temp by 6 degrees with a delay of 1. And there is my circuit, all looped up with these little parentheses right here. We are all set.